draft insider with the DFO. Steven Ellis has been kind enough to join us many a times through the draft process, and he joins us now from the rink in Buffalo. Steven, how are you? Thanks for the time.
It's been good. It's been a busy day, busy 2 days, but there's a lot worse things to be doing than watching these guys.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Have their biggest moments of their lives.
Absolutely.
Before we get to the big names, just the recent news here. Dmitry Yevchenko. Are you surprised the Canucks went goalie at this stage? They've got a bunch of goalie prospects going already, and they have so many other shoes to fill.
No, I think they should. Every team should pick a goalie every single year. And when you look at the Russian goalies and how well they've developed the last couple of years, it's been a really good move for teams to go out there and pick guys that have raw potential. And when you watch with Dmitry Yevchenko, the thing about him is he wasn't the starter on his MHL team. He had to go out there and kind of force his way into starts, but he looked really good, great numbers, looks relaxed at all time, fluid skater. He feels like a guy that's going to really shoot up boards, or I guess, prospect rankings once he gets to the point where he's a starter either in the MHL or the KHL. So there's actually a lot to like about his game, and I think this is a great pick at this time.
All right, let's work backwards then. Nicholas Aram Olsen, the Norwegian forward, playing in the Swedish ranks and on his way to Boston University. Tell me about the Canucks' second of 2 second-round picks, and how do you feel about the player and where they got him?
This is a guy that probably could have gone a little earlier, I think. For him, at his own age group, he could dominate. We saw Norway. He was so good. He's the reason why Norway didn't get relegated to the Division 1A U18s. He scored a hat trick in that relegation game. He was so good. And we've seen him be so good for a few years now. I guess I missed it. They had a draft pick here in a Colorado jersey with no name or number on it. But then you watch him. He was a late cut from the Norwegian men's national team, and we saw them win bronze. So this is a guy who's skilled, smart. I think we still need to see him do a bit more away from the puck to be more all-around player. But I think at that pick, you're probably really happy with his skill, because this is a guy that a lot of scouts thought could go in the first round.
We were wondering about Brooks Regowski, and maybe too high at 33 overall, given that nobody seems to believe he's going to be a scorer in the National Hockey League. But 6'7" and can move. Tell me what you think of Regowski at pick 33.
It's funny. I actually liked him the best when I saw him on the fourth line with the U.S. national team at the under-18s. It feels like a guy who could play a shutdown role, who's tough to play against, and can go out there, kill penalties. You could throw him in front of your net if you want to, or the other team's net if you want to use that on the power play. So Regowski was a guy that I wouldn't have picked in the first round, and he obviously wasn't, but a lot of teams thought about it. I know that was something where Regowski's name was thrown as high as maybe 28th. So I feel like that's actually a good value pick. Is he going to wow you with his offensive numbers? No, but you got guys like Caleb Malholtra and Adam Novotny for that. You need a guy who can go out there and be reliable, and he kind of fits, according to all scouts I've talked to, like he fits a role where he's going to be a good third or fourth line player, probably a fourth line player.
Take us back to last night now, and the guys that did go in the first round. And, of course, we wondered if that second San Jose pick in the top 10 was going to throw all of the weeks of prognostications out the window and allow them to go Stenberg. That did happen, and that gave the rest of the field to the Vancouver Canucks. And they go with Caleb Malhotra. Was there a level of surprise for you? Had you thought that idea had flown the coop?
I had him in my mock draft going to the Vancouver Canucks. So I still look at this and say I feel like that was the right move. I know Chase Reed was the name most people were starting to mention yesterday. It didn't feel like that was real.
Yeah, I agree.
It wasn't real. And with Malholtra, they're getting the best center in the draft. Yeah, there's a lot of questions if picking the coach's son is the right choice. But I think that you're going to actually be getting the best center in the draft. Why would you not want that? So I like that pick a lot for Vancouver. I hope he gets to the point where he doesn't have to answer every question about his dad, though, because all these media availabilities, the same thing. Your dad. It's like, it's time to move on, guys.
Yeah. Talk to me about what awaits Caleb at Boston University and potentially a future Canucks teammate in Aram Olsen as well.
Yeah, so he's going to probably challenge for that number one center role. He's a smart guy that adapts to every situation. He can play all different situations, power play, penalty kill, good two-way guy, and he's got a lot of strength to him. So his offensive game continues to improve, and just give it time. I think that's something that's going to be a true strength of his game, because for me, it's still the play away from the puck that impresses me. But he also put up over 80 points this year. So, this is a guy that's got a really high potential here.
So what does a good season for Caleb look like next year, Stephen? What do you want to see improve as he goes through his freshman year at BU?
I think just, making sure that he's the play driver at all times, the guy that can go out there and put up, we'll see if he's the top scorer on that team. I think he's got a really good opportunity to be that, but like 40 points is probably a good mark you're looking for. Boston University is going to be a bit better next year than it was this past year, but there's still going to be a young team that's going to be relying a lot of their, first and second year guys to pull their weight there. But I think 40 points is what you're looking for. And if he can continue to play in those important minutes, which I think he will be able to, it's going to look really good for him. And I think he'll be in the NHL after that.
Is there room for Tynan Lawrence to play down the middle as well? Does Tynan Lawrence become his winger, Caleb Malhotra's winger? And can Aram Olsen be his winger? Can they establish some early chemistry, or do you think that Aram Olsen has to start further down the lineup?
I want to see Lawrence kind of go out there and do his own thing, be that second line center, and really maybe have the pressure taken off of him to really show what he could do. And Aram Olsen's probably going to fight for a top 6 role. So, yeah, I think that's actually, hey, why not? I love when you see guys build that chemistry and see if you can pull that up to the next level. So I think I would love to see it. Yeah, I would love to see it.
Do you have any other thoughts, like big thoughts on the draft in the first round last night, Steve? Was anything that surprised you? Anything? I mean, we sat there and went, oh, look at that, Daxton Rudolph. Oh, Albert Schmeitz. And then all of a sudden, there goes Keaton Verhoff to San Jose at number 9. And then all of a sudden, there's San Jose trading up to 21 to get Ryan Lynn. But, you tell me, was there something from round 1, whether it was draft picks or maybe even player trades, that really struck you?
I think it'd be what Ottawa did. They picked 2 guys with, some potential high upside there in the Swedish guy Hohen, and then they also got Jackson Cover. But those are 2 guys that should have been maybe at best late second, early third round picks. So that was really surprising to see them both go to Ottawa there. I've not liked Ottawa's draft whatsoever. Almost every pick they've made, I'm like, are you sure? Like, you couldn't get this guy later? So Ottawa's had a weird draft. I know Ryan Lynn falling as much as he did. It was not unexpected, I'd say. It feels like that's a guy that was probably going to fall just because he's smaller, but it's a mistake. And San Jose, I think they had the type of draft yesterday that, when you look at the kind of the gold standard of like a home run draft where you didn't pick early and you made the most of it, it's the Dallas Stars in 2017 when they got Heiskanen, Ottinger, and Jason Robertson. I know that obviously they picked 3 times in the first round, so obviously they picked high yesterday, but the Sharks, man, that's a franchise-changing day right there. That's a lot of fun for them.
Well, they get a guy at 9 that was top 3 for much of the year, even recently was top 3. I mean, it's an absolute steal.
What about Matthysse Preston, Penticton's Matthysse Preston of the Vancouver Giants, Stephen? Boy, we were real surprised that he lasted until the 50th overall pick in the draft. Can you tell me what you think held Preston back and had him fall to the sort of middle of the second round?
Yeah, scouts are not really thrilled with his off-puck game, and that's the thing. If your A game falls apart, then your B game is not great. That's going to be something that knocks him down. I think he's got so much skill. We saw what he was able to do with the U18s. This was a tough year for him because in Spokane he wasn't able to score a lot, and then he got hurt early in his time in Vancouver. So I feel like this is something where he's probably going to be able to really bounce up and be more effective going forward, but it's going to take some time. He needs a fully healthy season, and he needs to be that play driver to really excite scouts again, I think. So I like him. I think I still view him highly, but I wasn't too surprised to see him fall.
All right. Well, we'll let you get back to your duties there for the Daily Face-Off. You want to read Steven Ellis, you want to watch him wherever he may be, the associate editor and prospect analyst for the Daily Face-Off, who has been absolutely awesome with us through a long draft season too, Stephen. I know we were calling upon you more than other markets because the Canucks were basically out of it by Remembrance Day and pointing forward to the draft. So thank you for everything this year, and we'll catch up soon on the regular edition of the show, weekday edition of the show. Thank you.
Thanks, Steven.
We're going to be talking about Landon DuPont a lot next year, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We will get to Landon DuPont. We'll let you have a little vacation. We're thinking like 3 or 4 days. Go get rest, recharge.
DuPont hit on July 4th.
Yeah, exactly.
And
we'll talk Landon DuPont in mid-July.
Hey, but my 2027 draft rankings are out July 2nd, so
there we go. We will talk to Steven July 2nd upon the reveal of his 2027 draft ranking.
Thanks, Steven.
Thanks, buddy. Have a great day there in Buffalo.